verse number 282 onwards. Anadana visargabhyam Ishan nasti kriya mune Tadeka nishtaya nityam Swadhyasapanayam guru Tattvamasyadi vakyothe Brahmatmaikatva bodhatah Brahmanyatmatva-dadhaye Swadhyasapanayam guru Tattvamasyadi vakyothe Brahmatmaikatva bodhatah Brahmanyatmatva-dadhaye Swadhyasapanayam guru Mahadeva. So, I hope you have been thinking over these ideas that we have been sharing. Again and again, the refrain comes in these verses. Swadhyasa apanayam guru. May you counteract the impositions you have made, the impositions you have because of the ignorance of yourself. Long before we are aware of our own nature, we have already identified ourselves with everything that we have. Not knowing who I am, because of the ignorance, I have taken myself to be all that I have. As a result, everything that I have, whatever limitations they have, I have dragged that limitations onto myself. Physical body I have a body, and body has its limitation. It is born, growing, metamorphosed, diseased, decaying, dying. And when I take that body that I have to be who I am, the limitations of the body also comes with it, that identification, that package comes with it, and I feel born, growing, changing, decaying, and ultimately dying away. Not only with the body, but also with every sense organ and the sensations of every kind. Ears, skin, eyes, tongue, nose. Through these sensations are taking place, and it is so very captivating. The sensations are so overwhelming that I lose the sight of the sense organs itself. What to talk of myself, the Brahman, the Absolute. Just see that point. The sensations are so overwhelming. They are so powerful, so intense. The tasting the food, I forget the tongue. Looking at the sights, we forget our eyes. How do you think people sometimes die? The sensation of cool water and the river, It's so nice, you go swimming, 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 and you forget that your body is going into the deep water and you die. Listening to a beautiful sound, you almost mesmerized walk towards that and you fall in a ditch. You don't know that there was a ditch, you forgot. While driving a car or even a bicycle, you see something and then you just go on. You forget that there is a tree. How does the accident takes place? Just please think of this. Exposing the skin to the sun is so comforting that person slowly gets into a skin cancer. Doesn't know how to prevent it. Understand? Same thing, relating to somebody, just think of this. Relating to somebody, the nice words that you listen, that touch, a little bit of a touch, little bit of comfort. And you get so much involved in emotions that you are totally drowned in that relationship. The person doesn't know how to walk out of it. Unconsciously, as even sensation of water takes you to the depth. Sensation of sight, you look at it and you go walk into the jungle. After some time you forgot the way to return. Today's newspaper, it has come. A very top enthusiast of outdoors. The girl, 24-year-old, goes into Austria, Austria-Germany border, there is a big mountain. Trekking. Goes. Beautiful. That is just mesmerizing sight. She goes in and then she goes into a place. Little cloud comes. Forgets the way back. And when searching, falls into a place. 2,000 feet. Doesn't know what to do. For her luck, there was a cable car, one rope was going that way. What she did, you must see that. She removes her bra and push it on it's a very colorful thing. Push it, leaves it there. After a day, a miner sees, what is this thing coming from the top? Just see how they connect it up. Oh, there is a search for a trekker. Oh, this must be the bra. Go up. After 36 hours, they pick her up from 3,000 feet below. Imagine. How did she go there? Sight, so beautiful. Looking. You go in, and while going, you don't remember the way to return. Are you getting that point, please? Understand. These are the things you must understand. That there is ignorance is not a problem. This losing yourself in that perception, sensation is a problem. That there is ignorance, how does it matter? But when we are seeing, tasting, touching, and while doing these things, we lose sight of our senses. What to talk of Brahman, the truth itself? Seeing, are you getting this? Beautiful lotus. You see this? Beautiful lotus. Will you remember your eyes at that time? And sometimes people go into lotus forest to pick up the lotus, drown. They get caught up in this lotus stem. Many people have happened. So what I have, I taken myself to be. I like the touch, I like the taste, I like the sound, I like the smell, I like the sight. Who is telling that? Ahankar, individuality. And totally loses sight of itself. So if you have done so, this is adhyasa. And every human individual will do it, have done it, continue to do it, will do it. Mankind will continue committing that mistake. That is why, if we know the truth for ourselves, thereafter, helping the next generation as to how to perceive, not to perceive. How to live, not to live. Are you getting that? How to experience things, not to experience things. I have told you, if mindless experiencing, mindless indulgence is highlighted in a secular society, mindless negation, mindless austerity, mindless denial has become the forte of religious orthodox. Neither mindless indulgence nor mindless denial, but learning how to see, how to taste, how to experience everything in life. So not recognizing myself, not knowing myself who I am, I have taken all that I have to be who I am. And as a result, all that I have, whatever limitations they have, the body, the sense organ, the thoughts, those things are superimposed upon me. And this has been a long time. Therefore, adhyasa panayam guru. Again and again counteract it. How do I counteract? Counteracting is not, understand that, take that statement. Counteracting is not removing the limitation of the body from the body. That is not possible. You cannot remove the limitation of the body. But counteracting is taking that body to be myself. So when I more and more recognize myself, be with myself more and more, the limitations of the body no more affects me. Are you getting that point, please? Counteracting here does not mean, are you getting that? Counteracting does not mean body changes its color. No. Body will be body. What body was, what body is, body shall be. But no more I take myself to be the physical body. I remember myself as to who I am. And this is what you do during your Gurukula Vasa. When you are with the teacher, in the ashram, in the education, call it in ashram, university, college, whatever language you like, modern, ancient, doesn't matter. When you are studying these things, that is the time this type of conscious living is highly demanded until it becomes effortless. That is why it's a preparation stage. This line you should not take to a 17-year-old, 70-year-old also. You won't telling, yes, adhyasa panayam guru, you must do live like this, live like... No. This is preparation. Are you getting that point, please? You must understand. Life is, don't idealize, life is a continuous preparation. That's nonsense. In this knowledge, you get it once for all. There is no question of forgetting later on. So when you are exposed it to for the first time, and when you are nodding your head, yes, that is right. Now you do it for yourself, all by yourself, without the help of the teacher, without the help of the book. The book has been studied. The teacher's job is over by pointing it out. Now you take it over for yourself, that I am this subject. The descriptions that I heard in the book is about me. What the teacher was talking about is all about me. I am the source of this description. I am the source of this revelation. I am the truth, the absolute. That is your contemplation. Are you getting that point, please? Do you understand? You see it for yourself again and again. It is like a rehearsal. Understand? It is like a rehearsal. Until you have perfected the roles, away from the public gaze, somewhere in a small little house, you don't come into the stage for performance. Are you getting that? You cannot do a rehearsal on a stage performance. Are you getting that? When you are enacting a drama, you must have already done everything. What set it should be, what time the screen should fall, what time what speech you should give. Everything is organized already. You don't do the rehearsal on the stage. That is crucial. That is for public display. So you cannot take a wrong step there. All your preparations is in the background, invisible from the public gaze. This is what ashrams are meant for. Going to the teacher, getting this knowledge away from the gaze of the public. You are not interacting with anybody, but you are preparing yourself. Are you getting that? No anger, no hatred, no jealousy, no nothing. You are not reacting unconsciously. And by chance you are reacting, you know how to fix it up for yourself. When you are walking out, you walk out absolutely beautiful. Because now you are going to be on the stage, in the public glare, everybody looking at you. Impeccable behavior, in a sense, unblemished expressions. You see your life flawless. When you say flawless, understand, somebody can interpret whatever he likes, but you are totally conscious. Understand? You are totally conscious of what you say, what you do, and the taste of it is, you don't withdraw a statement. Understand? The conscious speech is, the conscious action is, you never to say sorry. You never have to say sorry in life. There is no repentance. Because while speaking, while doing something, you know what you are doing. Understand? A conscious person, very, very conscious person, knows what to speak, when to speak, where to speak, how to speak, when to act, how to act, where to act, and therefore is also aware when not to speak, when not to talk, when not to act. So there is no question of you later on saying, oh, I'm sorry, I should not have done this. I'm sorry, I should not have spoken like this. Unconscious behavior. Before you open your mouth, you have a far sight. What are the consequences possible? If I do this, what are the consequences possible? Do I like it? No. Got it. Very clearly you see. Understand? very clearly. So this is what you do in your isolation. This morning when I was thinking, it was a beautiful imagery came. I wish I'll show you if possible sometimes that you must have seen also in these wildlife movies if you have seen, or it's amazing. It's a lovely thing you please visualize, okay? Have you seen the eagles, vultures, mighty eagles soaring in the sky and gliding? Just observe. Huge, mighty eagles, vultures, 4 feet, 5 feet wingspan. It's a massive bird. And how they are gliding, they are going up. How they are? With the wind current, miles and miles, for hours together. Without flapping the wing, they are just, how long? For a long time they do that, but they have to come down for food. He can't live on the air, are you getting that? He has to come down to the ground to collect his food, go up to the tree to have the meals. Are you getting that point, please? We are admiring the gliding of this mighty flying machine called a bird, an eagle or a vulture. Think of it, whatever you say. Have you seen his childhood? The struggles we have not seen. As a baby when he is born, the papa and mommy has to go and fly and bring their food. Clumsy little bird will be sitting down there, eating. And among the suppose there are 2 chicks, the bigger ones will kill the first smaller one. You cannot believe it. Deliberately it goes on pecking it, so that when that dies, it will get all the food from the mother. That is why eagles have only 1 chick surviving. And then it eats and becomes bigger, and then one day it pushes the baby down. You should see that movie one time. That baby dead, finished. Then it goes on eating. Then it goes, starts jumping on the same spot, small one. Gets his color. First flight when it takes, the mommy and papa will be going, calling. It will not come. Then it takes jump. It falls on the branches and clumsily will be hanging. Then it has to fall. When it falls, it has to take a flight. Takes a flight, but doesn't know how to handle his big wings. Goes little and then takes up. Then suddenly it flies. And when it flies, a little regulated, comes up and stays there. Then again, same locality only. It will never fly around, out. Go round and round. Come back. Still being fed by the mommy and papa. Then one day, he takes off. What it was doing when it was growing up, nobody sees. But everybody sees this majestic bird soaring and gliding in the high above, in the wind current, high above in the sky. But he comes down for his food like that. Each one of us like an eagle chick baby. Mighty eagles, huge wingspan we have. But you don't know how to use it. In your privacy, when you study, this is what you do. You fall. Forget. Unconscious. Habitual behavior. But you practice. Be very, very conscious. Consciously being with yourself and counteracting the habitual notions, ideas. And hunger comes, previously shouting, oh, I'm so hungry, I don't know what to do. Now, no, I'm not hungry. I have a body which is hungry. I am hungerless. No kshudha, no trusha. No hunger and thirst. Body is hungry. It has to be fed. So when the hunger comes, you don't kill somebody. When thirst comes, you don't, kill somebody. You know how to stand by. A pain comes, this is what the body is pained. That is very consciously you observe everything. And once you are aware and strong, it's like gliding in this space. As consciousness, where you can be all over. Literally flying across, meaning expanding in all directions. But you come down to the ground level body for sustenance. Are you getting that? The eagle can soar high in the sky. It's a lovely gliding. When it's hungry, it has to come down. You are conscious. Body has to be sustained. You have to do something about it. Are you getting that point, please? How nice. Nature teaches us so much. And when the bird is struggling, clumsily holding onto this small tree, nobody sees it. In your privacy, away from the gaze of the public, you move into the isolation and study. Learning to fly. To be yourself all times. You're not doing it for somebody's sake, for your own sake. Now you can't experiment on other people's life. Don't tell things that you have not done for yourself. That's very important. Don't ever advise something that you have never done for yourself. You should be sitting down and chanting for hours. Did you ever do it? No, then don't talk nonsense. Only when you have done it, for hours together, have been conscious, and it has been very effortless, then you have a strength to say, do it, you'll see what happens. Why? Because you are the proof. No more overtaken by any emotion. You use the emotion. How do you know you are angry or you are using the anger? The other man will never know. Can another person know who has never understood whatever? Because he is always angry under the spell of anger. Even if he sees wise man's anger, will he say that wise man is consciously angry? Because he doesn't understand that language. He thinks he is angry, the wise man also getting angry. How does you know? How do you know? What way somebody is getting angry, will you know? Only you shall know. But if you know about yourself, you can see from the moods when somebody is angry or overtaken by anger. If you are overtaken, the emotion lingers. When you are acting out an emotion, you drop it the moment the occasion is over. When the joke is over, you still continue to smile. Joke is over, joke is over. Now the serious study. Now there is a joke, now there is a joke. This is where comes the spontaneity of life, absolute spontaneity. You are so nice, conscious all the time. So, this is your preparation stage. This language you must understand. Don't advise people throughout the life you must do like. It's not for advice for throughout life. Are you getting that point? You must take that point clearly because it goes onto your head. The life is a continuous running process. Continuously you must struggle. Continuously must be conscious. It's not an injunction. It's not an advice. There is no, you are the consciousness. As I told you, there is a difference between being a watchman and being watchful. When you are a watchman, you are watching and that's a job, you will be tired. If all the time you are struggling to be conscious, you will be tired. You are the consciousness, watchfulness. Being conscious is so effortless. No thought goes unrecognized and therefore no action is habitual. No thought goes unrecognized, therefore no speech is unconscious. That is why you become such a beautiful person. Understand? You naturally slow down. But you are not unconscious or lazy. You slow down because you are deliberate. Every statement is measured. Every step you take is measured. Very conscious. To speak or not to speak is your choice. And this is what you do away from the public gaze. Nobody that time looking at you. And that time sometimes you may make a mistake also. You may get angry. That is why here, by chance there is an argument between the two of you. By chance there is misunderstanding. By chance in a kitchen there is a problem. With a staff there is a problem. With somebody there is a problem. With a visitor there is a problem. Immediately come back. Hey, what am I doing? What am I doing? And by chance somebody teaches you, understand, as I told you, he is your taster. He is like the buffalo on the road, is the brake inspector. In Indian road, when the buffalo comes, don't get angry. You get a chance to inspect your brake. Is it working or not working? Because if there is no buffalo, you will not apply the brake. Then you will not know it. So the buffalo is the brake inspector. Affectionately known as the brake inspector. But suddenly it comes. Same thing, when suddenly somebody comes and tells something, and you are already reacting, understand, be grateful to the person as to what he did or what she did or what he spoke or what she spoke. What is my reaction level? No. Other time I would have really reacted. Today I did not. Quit. Because I see one day he is giving the curry 1 spoon more there and half a spoon to me. Previously I thought the fellow is deliberately doing that to spite me. No, thanks. Half a spoon is not going to kill me. I can always go back. You can't believe this meanness. Are you getting that? This meanness comes in such circumstances. Somebody looks at me, does not look at me. Somebody give me this, did not give me this. That person got, I did not get. Ask yourself the question. When you come for teaching, do you come for attention or recognition of yourself? Attention from the teacher, attention from the student, attention from somebody? Or total attention with yourself? Appreciate. When I was studying, there was one student. He was a self-appointed vigilante. Vigilante, you know? Vigilante means the guys who takes upon himself to point out other people's mistake. You know? Self-appointed vigilante. Moral teacher, you know. He takes them. If he sees a boy and a girl talking, why both of you are always talking? Okay. If he sees somebody is eating instead of one laddu, two laddu, why are you taking two laddus? That man was like that. One day, I was coming down, our classes were over, I was coming down. Like that, one person was talking to me, and we are walking down. Everybody is coming after the class going. Suddenly he goes between us, you know, like that. Then when you are going this way, that way, he just picks up the speed so he cannot talk. I said, funny. Then we suddenly discover. So what is that? He said, no, you should not talk. What? Then, that was the ultimate, because, you know, in our batch of students, everybody really liked me. It's not a bragging, it's a fact. I was friendly with everybody. When he did to me, everybody looked at him, and then they told me, hey, that fellow is a rogue. And I said, very good, don't worry about it. And when he next day also did that, and I told him, I said, you know, another 2 months course will be over. So 1 year course, 1.5 years, 2 years, whatever course, after 2 months it will be over. After the 2 is over, we have to go back to the world. When you go back to the world, that time, we have to fend for ourselves. If you are spending your time fixing others and not fixing yourself, when you reach there, you will be a pathetic person. This is your chance to correct yourself and not taking responsibility to correct others. The person didn't understand. Of course, after the thing was over, course was over, when we came back, those of us had done wonderful studies, contemplation, we are different people. And that person, believe me, starving. Naturally. And one day he comes to my place and I give him the best food, best accommodation, best everything. Deliberately, because poor thing. Why am I telling this? When you are busy pointing out other people's mistake, you forget your own mistake. Are you getting that? Your mind is so preoccupied. Are you getting that? When you go on looking at other people's mistake, your mind is so preoccupied. So preoccupied with other people's problem. What he said, what she said, how he dressed, how he did not dress, what he spoke, what he didn't speak, what he ate, what he did not eat. Are you getting that? He's so full of other people's lifestyle that you completely forget what you are doing. Are you getting that point, please? Why the teachers stop learning? School teachers, college teachers, most of you say are so unconscious. They stop learning. Why? They start teaching. Once you start teaching, you stop learning. Because you are starting talk all the time. And you stop learning. Whereas, same thing in this. If you go on, if your mind is full of other people's problems, you stop looking at yourself. By that time you think you are doing a great job because you are pointing out other people's mistake. So that time it becomes you are self-righteous. So when you become alone, think. You are in a group, you are doing that. In a group now divided. The group has dispersed. The course is over, the stay is over, training is over, or whatever thing is over. Call it a family, education, anything, anywhere. That thing is over. Everybody goes away. Now whom are you going to correct? Nobody. That is the time you discover you have been left behind with all your mistakes. Then you shall go on telling other people, when you are studying, I made people's, that was the man, I told him how much wrong he was doing. What about you? These are the type of people. Please appreciate. So this, Swadhyasa Apanayam Kuru. Again and again, you go on counteracting until you are absolutely steady with yourself. That's what the language says. Anadana Visargabhyam. Between your taking and giving, meaning, a sort of, you get something, give up something, just for your survival. You are not giving something somewhere. Just whatever little you get for survival. Everything for survival. Nothing more, nothing less. But the rest of the time is spent in contemplation. All the time. And what else it is? Also is Tattvamasyadi Vakyotha Brahma Atmaikatva Bodhata. So Tattvamasyadi Vakyotha Ekatva Brahma Atmaikatva Bodhata. Revealed by the word Tat Tvam Asi, that thou art, that you are. And what is revealed in that? Brahma Atma Aikya. Aham Brahmasmi, I and Brahman, one and the same. Bodhata. By knowing this well, Brahmani Atmatva Dardhyaya. Brahmani, in Brahman, Atmatva Dardhyaya, in order to make it firm, very, very strong, that Aham Atma Brahma, all pervasive. Go on doing it. So that Adhyasa Panayam Kuru, the more and more you are with yourself who you are, no more you take yourself to be what you have. So think it over. Until it becomes effortless. How? Dehohambat Brahmahamiti Jnanam. This is the effortlessness. Effortlessness is, total effortlessness is Dehohamiti Bat. Like I am the body. As for the ignorant man, it is so effortless to say, I am the body. That effortless should be Aham Brahmasmi. I am the absolute. Who are you? I know myself. I am the consciousness. No name is needed. No thought is needed for me to be myself. Sadhyasa Apanayam Guru. So continuously you are thinking about it. You don't lose yourself in a hunger, thirst, or a sight, or a sound, or a touch, or a taste, or a smell. Nothing. You don't lose yourself. Somebody says something, your reaction begins and it goes on and on. Or something makes you happy, you lose yourself in that for a long time. Either of the way. You can lose yourself in misery. You can also lose yourself in comfort. Both ways you can lose yourself. Everything is fine. Listen carefully. When everything is fine and therefore you are fine, that is the illusion. Why? Because when from that everything is fine, one factor changes, suddenly you are finished. When everything is fine, suppose nobody tells you anything, nobody points out your mistake, nobody criticizes you, nobody questions you, food is on time, everything is on time, electricity is there, things that I want is there. Oh, Swamiji, life is a great blessing. Suddenly you tell him, but you don't seem to be doing anything. You are a lazy man. And other people are taking care of you. That's not right. Oh, suddenly you feel offended. And the person who had given you a accommodation says, no, there is no accommodation, go. Somebody who was giving you money says, no more money, I can't send. Suddenly your world collapses. When the world starts collapsing, you are no more comfortable with yourself. Are you getting that point? This is the illusion of comfort. Very big illusion of comfort. When everything is comfortable, oh, life is so nice. Your life will be nice when everything is comfortable, when everything also is uncomfortable. Both should be there. Then only you are somebody. Are you getting that point, please? Then only. Or else some people like a sadistic. Sadistic means when other people suffer, the fellow is very comfortable. So in comparison, you are feeling very comfortable. But suppose everybody grows up, now you are finished. Your brother is poor, so you feel very comfortable. Now your brother is rich, you are miserable. And then the masochistic, the fellows who feels very happy when he goes through pain. So more austerity, you are very proud. You discover somebody is more austere than you. It's a funny psychology, please understand. Very funny. Because comparison. In this knowledge, there is no comparison. Who I am, who you are, everything is one and the same. So when everything is fine, therefore I am fine, that is not the logic. When everything is not fine also, I am fine. Body is living and well, I am immortal. Body is dying and aging and dying, I am also immortal. Now that body is healthy, therefore I must be immortal. Stomach ache, suddenly fear grips you. I see. Listen carefully. Swadhyasa, this is your rehearsal. Are you getting that point, please? Long before you put your final performance on the stage, so many hours of rehearsal goes on. Away from the public gaze, same thing. When you withdraw from everything for 1 year, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, really cut off. Not necessary to be with anything or anybody. And once you see it yourself, then happily go back. Why? You learn driving in isolation, but where do you drive? Motorways. Are you getting that? You learn driving in isolation. But what is the purpose? To stay in a lonely road? No. Ultimately to drive in highways, motorways, thousands of vehicles, bumper to bumper traffic. But neither you touch somebody's back, nor you allow somebody to hit you from back. Both ways. You understand? Very clearly you see it for yourself. Same thing. You get ready in isolation. Why? To live in isolation? No. To go into tremendous activity. What happens is living in isolation has become a style. So this is where people think you have to be permanently in isolation to master yourself continuously. Hey, are you getting that? It's a wrong idea. It's not that you shall be in isolation permanently. To be yourself, you don't need permanent isolation. For some time, withdraw yourself to facilitate your chance to counteract your habitual notions, errors. Are you getting that point, please? Habitual. So that is why, so for some time sit down, and when these ideas comes to you, Tattvamasi vakyotha, aham brahmasmi bodhata, by these words that are taken, you think it over and see it for yourself. Next. Aham bhavasya dehesmin nishesha vilayavadi savadhanena yuktatma swadhyasapanayam kuru. Aham bhavasya dehesmin nishesha vilayavadi savadhanena yuktatma swadhyasapanayam kuru. So see this language, beautiful. Aham bhavasya dehe asmin. Asmin dehe, in this body, aham bhavasya nishesha vilaya avadhi. Avadhi, until nishesha vilaya, total dissolution takes place. Of what? Aham bhavasya dehesmin. In this body, your sense of identity, I. Until the end of that, savadhanena yuktatma. Savadhanena, with all consciousness, totally alertness, attention, may you abide in yourself. Just see that. This is your contemplation. How long we should do it? Please see. How long should we do it? Until it is effortless. Understand? You must see it very, very clearly, okay? Very clearly you must see that. It's not that until it is over, I will not go anywhere. It's not like that. Because your mind, please understand, your mind is your laboratory. And your mind is a mobile laboratory. Wherever your body is, wherever the body goes, every time you can be aware of yourself. But deliberately, it shall tell you, what is that? It will come, little later on it will come. All conditions, at all levels, you must do that. When you are walking, dreaming, walking, observing, seeing, tasting, touching, experiencing, all times you must be conscious. You look for yourself. You look for yourself. Any time you have any type of problem, in case in your life some problem precipitates, whether it is anger comes up, hatred comes up, jealousy comes up, attraction comes up, problem sometimes of agitation comes up, please look at yourself. You shall see that moment you have forgotten yourself. That is your test. It's like a checklist. If you are conscious, none of these emotions can overwhelm you. Any time you see for yourself. When you are angry, upset, jealous, something somewhere happens, that time you have forgotten yourself. Like somebody say, hey, you idiot, how can you say like that? Immediately you think. Now, suppose you are conscious. First, whom he is telling? Is he telling me? No. There are 100 people sitting down. There are 100 people there. Somebody say, hey, you donkey. Somebody, just I'm giving an example. Somebody says something. Only one person reacts. First you think for yourself, is he calling me? So many people, he is talking to somebody, so why worry about it? Now suppose it is specific, he is calling you, then you think for yourself, am I really a donkey? Yes, true. So the fellow is calling me right name. Good. Am I really one? No. The fellow doesn't know. Both way, you don't have to react. But suppose unconscious reactions are taking place. These fellows don't know what they are talking. Have you ever asked yourself, this fellow doesn't know why it is, how it is reacting? Are you getting it? It's so easy to crucify somebody, so easy to crucify somebody, so easy to blame somebody. These fellows don't know how to talk. Why don't you say, these fellows don't know how to talk? Why don't you think, this fellow doesn't know how to react? Will you ever question? Nobody questions like that. We expect everybody else to change their behavior. Everybody must change their behavior. Why? So that I am comfortable. What a miserable life you have planned. Huh? Are you getting that? You have expected that everybody must change. Then my life will be so nice. You understand? What a perfect plan for misery. It's an absolutely flawless plan. You want to be miserable, you should have that plan. That when everybody is nice, I will be nice. Will everybody ever be nice? And exactly according to your definition of nice, there's another trip. Their being nice is one thing, is like a teacher was telling that he was living a very nice lifestyle and everybody enjoying. Then one person comes and says, look at this person, how is he living in luxury, how is he eating this, doing that, you know. Then the person, those who know the teacher very well, he is a very nice person. They have seen him austerity, they have seen him luxury. But this person has seen only his luxury. So he is talking like that. Then when he told that this is what it is, now look at this, how he is living luxury. And how can you call this person a holy person? So this another man says, it is one thing to be holy and it's another thing to be holy according to your definition. This is one thing to be holy. It's another thing to be holy according to your definition. Like that. Everybody must be nice. What is the definition? Nobody must point out my mistake. Nobody must say whatever I am doing. If everybody expects the same thing from you, what happens to you? Your whole living becomes a pain. That is why you want to be peaceful, you look at yourself. Don't ever plan correcting others. Okay? Just think. It's a beautiful verse. Huh? All these verses. There has been in this body, aham bhavasya yavat, bilaya avadhi. I have taken myself to be this body. Who I am, taken myself to be the body that I have. So that sense, until it goes away, until that dhyaya, sabadhanena yuktatma, sabadhanena with all attention, yukta antakarana, you are one with yourself. Again and again you are with yourself. Swadhyasa apanayam guru. So this imposition may you counteract. That is the right word. What you cannot do is, listen carefully, what you cannot do is, you cannot take away the limitation of the body. Body shall be limited. What you cannot do is add limitless to limitlessness. You can't add immortality to immortality. You cannot take away the mortality from the mortality. Body is body. You cannot take away the mortality. To the self, the absolute, you cannot add immortality because it is already immortal. In between that fellow, I thought, not knowing itself to be immortal, took itself to be the mortal and dragged the mortality onto itself. So sadhyasapanayam, removing the superimposition, is no more taking the body to be yourself, but seeing yourself as you are. So more and more you see yourself as you are, the body is there, but the limitation of the body doesn't touch you anymore. Are you getting that? Body continues to be there, but the limitation of the body doesn't touch you anymore. Thereafter you maintain the body, because body is a maintainable upadhi. Because if you don't maintain it, you can die early. Body has its lifespan. Body shall live for 50, 60, 70 years. But now see how many years people are living? 110, 112. You don't have to be a wise man for that. All the people that 100 and 100 above people, are they all wise people or what? But they are maintaining their body. So if you maintain your body shall remain healthy for a long time. But just because body is healthy, don't dream of immortality. Because body shall pass. In case of your best attachment, body is going to die, don't be frightened. Why? Body shall pass. You are immortal. So both standpoints must be very clearly seen. Swadhyasapanam. Next. Pratitir jiva jagato swapnavat bhati yavatam tavat nirantaram vidvan swadhyasapanayam kuru. Pratitir jiva jagato swapnavat bhati yavatam tavan nirantaram vidvan swadhyasapanayam kuru. Nice. Jiva jagatoho pratiti yavat swapnavat bhati tavat nirantaram swadhyasapanayam kuru. You have seen a dream. Understand? There is a dream. The dream is a dream. Okay? The dream is a dream. And why do you call it a dream? When you wake up from the dream, it is falsified. By chance you have woken up, the dream continues. Understand? When you wake up, the dream continues, but you know it is false. Are you getting that? The dream continues. But it appears to be, but you clearly appreciate that this is false. You know that. Okay. Exactly in the same way, you go on looking at yourself, reality, so much well, in relation to your waking, the dream appears to be dream. Please understand. Understand the nature of the dream. What is the nature of the dream? The nature of the dream is, it is as long as you are under the spell of it, you are under the spell of it. Once you wake up, from the standpoint of your waking, the dream is falsified. Because now no more you are under the spell of it. Now this waking also is another dream. Continuously changing, and to see the change, see the continuous changes, you have to be on a base which is changeless. Listen carefully, this logic, you take it for yourself. It's an amazing dimension. When do we say, and why do you say clouds are moving? Because you are steady. The sky is steady. Therefore, you can see the movement. Do you feel the movement of the earth? Why? Because you are moving with the earth. Are you getting that point, please? Do you feel the movement of the earth? You are moving with the earth. When you are going in a plane, 39,000 feet height, everything is so steady. Everything is so steady. You think you are never moving. But from the bottom when you are looking, when you see the weather, oh, look at the jet, my God, what speed it is going. Why? Because you are on a steady ground here. You are inside the plane, here or outside the plane. Just simple examples. You see the cars are moving. Why? Because the road is steady. Suppose the road is also moving. It will be very difficult to find out which one is moving. Road is steady. Look, please. Why do you think things have changed in your life? To mark the changes, you have to on a changeless spot. World is changing. Your body seems to be more lasting, but your body too has changed. Your thoughts are little more lasting. Your thoughts also seem to change. Who you are is in a changeless base. Understand? Understand that, okay? That is why when you say dream, don't say it's unreal. It's apparently existing. As long as you are under the spell of the dream, it looks so real. When you wake up, falsified. Body, thoughts, everything is so real. When you wake up to yourself as to who you are, again, it is falsified. Falsified means, understand, not that the world disappears, the body disappears. Everything continues, but you are no more under the spell of it. That is why comes your obsession in life. When you are unconscious, you get into obsession. Remember that example I gave you. The sensation of water is so beautiful. You go. You are into the water and you are drowning. The sensation of a drink is so comfortable. Drink, the fellow becomes drunk. He doesn't know where to stop. Eating, you start eating. Very nice food, lovely. One more. Talk a little, come back again. Talk a little, come back again. Then you discover your stomach, oof. I should not have eaten like this. Terrible stomachache. Who ate? The food jumped into your thing? Just like that relationship also. Oh, she is so nice. He is so nice. She is so nice. He is so nice. He is so nice. He is so nice. Then what happens? You got it into. You are now drowning. You are obsessed. Oh, can't live without woman. Cannot live without that man. Oh, I don't know. Now who is talking? Who is talking? Where was that man or woman few years back? Suppose your problem is 6 months old. Somebody is 1 year old. Somebody is 10 year old. Before 10 years, what happened to you? Just think. There was a time when that man was not there. There is a time when that woman was not there. Or that situation was not there. So who gets into it? Who got into it? You are getting into it unconsciously. That is why you shall see any time you are facing a problem in a situation, you are totally obsessed, that time you have forgotten yourself. And that's what exactly he says. Pratitir jiva jagatoho sapnavat bhati yavata tavat sadhyasa apanayam kuru. Until the whole creation appears like a dream. Listen. What is a dream? Think. A very subjective reality. Dream is, they call it as in Sanskrit, pratibhasika satta. A subjective reality, okay? Pratibhasika satta. A subjective reality. Only you see, nobody else sees. This creation is a Vyavaharika Satta. Vyavaharika Satta means empirical reality, same for all of us. It is morning, morning for all of us. Evening, evening for all of us. That is that afternoon, afternoon for all of us. But while dealing with this Vyavahara, this perceptible universe, inside this empirical reality, you also create a subjective reality. Like this flower. Listen. This flower is same for all of us. Same for all of us. But one person looks at it and says, oh, lotus, so beautiful. Another person says, I hate this lotus. Why? Maybe I loved a girl, her name is Lotus. Padma, Kamala, something like that. So Kamala, so this is a Rakshas. So the moment you see the lotus, you remember the woman who is stupid, or somebody's name is Kamal. Kamal also in Hindi means boy's name. That fellow is a Rakshas, idiot. When you see this flower, no, I don't like it. So you create, understand, you create your little subjective reality inside this empirical reality. That is why same world, some people suffer, some people enjoy. But for both of us, there is one thing called Paramarthika Satta, absolute reality, which is myself, yourself, his self, everybody's self. Everybody is same. From which standpoint, all the changes, continuous changes are like a dream, continuously changing, appearing. Why do you say it's a dream? Because it never lasts. Is there anything in this empirical world that is everlasting? Come on, tell me. Morning, now it is already 10:15. Morning is gone. Afternoon, day is gone. For some people must have been dead by now. Some people, million people might have been born. Million people are dead. Some are dying. Some are under ventilator. Some in ICU. Who sees all this? Just imagine at this moment when you are sitting down and talking about the absolute Brahman consciousness, all pervasive, at this moment somebody must be hungry, somebody thirsty, somebody drowning, somebody getting crushed under a bus or a truck or a train, somebody while doing some work, maybe a hand is getting cut at this moment. A head must have been cut. Something somewhere must be happening. So many millions and millions. Tiger is chasing a deer. Inside your own body, trillions of cells are dying away. But you think you are alive. Full of death inside. I think I am alive. Understand? Just like inside your own body, trillions of death. Outside your body, hundreds and billions of human beings. Different situations, different things are changing. Has to change. And all the changes are taking place in the changeless that I am. More and more you be with yourself. Swadhyasa panayam kuru. more you lose sight of the changes, listen, the more you lose sight of the yourself, the changeless, you shall unconsciously move into the realm of changes. More and more you lose yourself in the changes, you shall unconsciously lose sight of again yourself. That is why in the beginning stages, you more and more withdraw yourself from the world of changes so that you at least understand the possibility of a changeless consciousness. That is your sadhana avastha, where you are doing your sadhana, immediate, when you are exposing yourself to the studies. And then when you understand, more and more you are being with yourself, you don't have to worry about this world at all. It goes on changing and you take care of the changing world, whatever way it demands. But you are changeless. Absolutely no problem. So more and more you stay there, these changes do not affect you. Changes will be there. Also, you can use the changes. Previously, living with the body, I was afraid, oh, this body is going on dying now, is changing, getting old, is dying. So, sheer fear, I wanted to know who I am. So, I moved out of this to understand myself who I am. Once I understand myself who I am, thereafter, shall I neglect the body? No. Make use of the body. Because it is a maintainable body. Maintain it. Yourself, maintenance free, immortality. Immortality does not need maintenance. Are you getting that point, please? Space does not need maintenance. Your house needs maintenance. Are you getting that? Your house needs maintenance. If you don't do the painting, if you don't do the coloring, the house will collapse. Space will collapse. There is no painting of space, space finished. No coloring of the space. You must air it a little. Space is absolutely maintenance free. See the beauty. Silence is maintenance free. Sound you have to maintain. Are you getting that? Silence is absolutely maintenance free. Sound you have to manipulate. So you invite people to come and play flute. You don't invite people for silence. So people who go to meditation class for silence paying 20 rupees, you can know what they are. For silence, are you getting that? For silence, should you pay money and go, why? I'm going to sit down there quietly for some time. Why don't you do the same thing, nonsense, free at home? Or anywhere under a tree? No, there music going on, Then music, put on music, your own music. Are you getting that point, please? What we are doing here, understand clearly. It is like thought transaction, thought maintenance. You recognize your thoughts how it is. Brahman, conscious, yourself, always there. Nobody can create it. Nobody can take it away. That is why the teacher does not give it to you. It's not a gift to be given. Nor it is gift to be received. It is already yourself. That is why the giver does not feel proud. The receiver doesn't feel obliged. That is the transaction of knowledge. In the transaction of knowledge, understand, in the transaction of the knowledge, the giver doesn't feel proud. Did I not give you the Brahman? Your own product, The giver does not feel proud. The receiver does not feel obliged. There is no obligation. There is a simple human gratitude. What the life would have been without this knowledge. Thank God for the teacher. Thank God. Bas, gratitude. Tremendous gratitude. What life would have been. And that gratitude for whom? Only for teacher. The teacher comes at a very late stage in your life. For you to come to this knowledge, how many things have gone before? Mummy. That's why mother first teacher. If the mother is not carrying me 9 months and then bringing me up, where the hell I understand, bad language, but that's what it, I will be in the hell. Not where the hell I will be, but I will be in the hell only. If mommy doesn't take care. So mother is the first teacher. The father, next teacher. Then the other school teachers, language teachers, mathematics teachers, history teachers, they are also teachers. After all these people come into that, after I pick up this relative knowledge, I pick up a very strong identity. I'm physicist, mathematician, historian, geographer, son of so, daughter of so and so, rich, power. Then the I gets really knocked out. He is free from roles. Now suddenly he is adorned by one role, very important role. And then he discovers that gets hit. It's like if you throw stones into the space, nothing will hit. But if you put a statue, it will get hit. As a child, you don't have the image of yourself, so nothing hits you. When you grow up, ahankar is very strong. Physicist, all the physicists are rascal. How can you say that? You get hit because you are a physicist. All the Indians are thieves. How can you say that? Because you are an Indian. All the Americans are rogues. Right. Why? Because one image has come in. The moment the image comes in, it gets hit by the stone. Please hit stones at the space. Only you will be tired. Are you getting that point? When you start throwing stones at the space, what happens? Only our hand starts aching, no? To a wise man, that is what? Abusing the wise, he is a programming for tiring yourself. Because the fellow is so smart. He has no individuality. So whatever you say is alright, doesn't matter. And even if he is reacting also, he is not reacting. And you in the process, you get it round. Are you getting that? The fellow is talking, he gets tired. You understand, please. The child doesn't feel affected. Not because the child is wise, but is yet to develop the image. Child has no image. The prince of the kingdom doesn't know he's a prince because he's a stupid 2-year-old. Stupid 4-year-old. He can be the son of a billionaire, but he still doesn't know that he's so rich. He thinks he's an idiot. He doesn't understand the value of money. But the moment we become 15, 16, 20, that idea gets set. And then he starts feeling affected by everything. So that dreamer who gets affected, now he comes to the teacher. Who is that guru? Brahma Vidya Guru, one who teaches you the absolute truth. Long before you come to that teacher, already so many people have shaped your life. Now, so when you come to him, what does he do? Reveals the truth about yourself. So, that image goes away. Now you are yourself. Who you are is not a name, but a nameless existence. So from the nameless because of ignorance to name because of ignorance, you go to nameless because of knowledge. You see the travel? Nameless because of ignorance, childhood. Name because of ignorance, your adult days. To nameless because of knowledge. Your circle is complete. You are happy with yourself. That is where comes the beauty of this wisdom. See it for yourself all the time. Swadhyasa apanayam guru. Okay. When shall I do it? When shall I do it? When you are driving, when shall you stop sleeping off? Come on. Are you getting that? When you are driving the car, when shall you stop sleeping? Every time you have to be alert. Are you getting that? Because if you sleep even for a second, anytime, anywhere, what happens? Your car goes exactly to the place where you should not go. Read this. Nidraya lokavartaya sabdaderapi vismrutehe kvachinnavasaram dattva Chintayatmanam Nidraya Lokavartaya Sabdaderapi Vismrutehe Kvachinnavasaram Dattva Chintayatmanam. It's beautiful verse. 24 hours. 24, 365. Not 24/7. 24, 24, 365. And as long as you are alive, you must be conscious. Huh? Ayyo. Very, very difficult. Difficult, easiest. To be conscious is difficult or to be unconscious is difficult? Tell me, what brings you difficulty? To be conscious or to be unconscious? You may say to be conscious is difficult and to be unconscious is very easy. But the difficulty because of your being unconscious, not much more, only more than the being conscious. Because when you are conscious, difficulty is not a difficulty. I told you, there is nothing called a difficult situation. There is something called a difficult person. The person is difficult, situation will appear difficult. Relatively, there shall be difficult time and a smooth time. Like hot summer, difficult. Cool spring, definitely easy. You have got money for your requirement, for your daughter's marriage, son's marriage, their studies. You have money. Smooth time. No money. Difficult time. Relatively, smooth and difficult time will be there. Hungry, food is there. Smooth time. Hunger, food is not there. Difficult time. Remember those classes, This difficulty, relative difficulty and smooth time will make you comfortable and uncomfortable. But happiness is a different game. That is yours. You are happy to face the difficulty. You are happy to face the smooth time. You are happy to face the comfort. You are happy to face the discomfort. You can say, how are you? Very happy, uncomfortable. So that sense of confidence, are you getting that point? That sense of confidence doesn't go away. Very happy, totally uncomfortable. Why? Situation is stupid. Are you getting? You understand that? How to tell you, I don't know. Because people don't say, how can you say very difficult time and still comfortable? That is what? That's what exactly the whole knowledge is all about. How are you? Very comfortable, absolutely happy and very comfortable. Why? Everything is going on. How are you? Very happy, uncomfortable, where situations have changed. So we are trying for the situation. That is why these are all maintainable situations. You have to maintain them. Body sometimes healthy, sometimes sick. Climate sometimes hot, sometimes cold. People sometimes blowing hot, sometimes blowing cold. Same man or woman. Very loving, now very hating. Can be there. Because just like climate changing, people's climate also change. Because you are around moody people. Even if you are a person free from moods, that doesn't mean people will change their moods. No. Unhappy person wants other people to be unhappy with him. Why? Then only he will feel happy. That is why unhappy people struggle to make you unhappy. With the moment make you unhappy, they will find the balance. Oppa, the world is very sane. Why? I am unhappy, everybody else also unhappy. Abba, no. Don't give them a chance. The moment somebody is unhappy and wants to make you unhappy, you shoot the fellow down. There is nothing called unhappiness. No. You don't accept. If you do, fall asleep, even for a moment, it will precipitate a situation, crisis. You must know that. Just like driving. When you're driving, how long shall I, Swamiji, I'm going to Madras. Yes, how long? 3 hours. Hey, be alert. How long? Huh? How long? As long as you are driving. Why? Anytime you sleep off, listen carefully, anytime you sleep off, you can meet with a situation. But sometimes, please appreciate, just the example is fantastic. Sometimes you slip up, you hit against a electric pole or a buffalo. You escape with minor injuries. You slip off, another truck. You slip off, gorge. Never to return again. When you are meditating, think you are meditating. So-called meditation, you know that, right? Nonsense. Now suppose you snore, you sleep and you snore. What will happen? Nothing. Because you are, it's like inside a parking car, if you sleep, what accident will take place? Inside a parking car, inside a parked car, if you sleep, what will happen? But in a moving car, if you sleep, right? These professional meditators, what do? They sleep in the parking car. Professional meditators. Oh, I'm 1 hour, half an hour. Okay? And they sleep in the moving car. When you are having transaction with the people, you are transacting with the world, that is the time you should be wide awake. And that is the time you sleep. Sleeping means what? You forget yourself. Understand here, the sleep means you forget yourself. When you forget yourself, your decision is not taken from the absolute standpoint. Your decisions are taken from the relative standpoints. When your decisions are taken from the relative standpoints, you make a mess of everything. Certain standpoints, listen carefully, certain decisions have to be taken from relative standpoints also. So you are very conscious. This is a relative standpoint. So I am taking that decision. But at no time I am unhappy and therefore I am taking a decision. That is where you totally stand free from every type of confusion. Always you are with yourself. But you are taking a decision. So when you are taking a decision, you know with whom you are dealing with. With a father, I am a child. With a mother, I am a child. With my husband, I am a wife. With a wife, I am a husband. With a friend, I am a friend. With a manager, I am the employer. With an employer, I am manager. Are you getting that? Whatever role, that role I am playing. What is sleeping? Maintaining the role of an employer in relation to even your guests when they come for your daughter's marriage. You are sleeping. Are you getting that point, please? There is a person who may be working for you, but now he is your maybe lover or beloved, where the personal relationship comes and clouds the professional relationship. That is where the profession and person, when they get mixed up, you are finished. Again you get fixed, finished. Why? Because professional has taken the back seat, the person has come into the professional role. It is like a drunken fellow driving the car. Are you getting that point, please? Drunken fellow driving the car. Your drink has taken over. Now the professional decisions are being taken with the personal interest in mind. How much you will be successful? Boom. I am teaching. When I am teaching, shall I teach my personal truth? This is your New Age gurus. Personal truth. When I was in Himalayas, something happened. So you mean all the disciples have to go to Himalayas and sit down there for something to happen, huh? You understand? When I was in that place, so everybody wants to make it mysterious. Your personal prejudices comes to your so-called knowledge, practice, discourse, decision, whatever you call it. Nothing doing. When you are interacting with people, you can't afford to fall asleep. Must be totally awake and appropriate role must come into play. Are you getting that? You are totally alert. That is your foundation. Then the appropriate role. That is why you really act through life. Acting means what? Murkhe murkha yuvati shiva bhagmini prodha bhagmi dukhe dukhi sukhini sughavan bhogini prapta bhoga maune mauni gunini gunavan pandite panditasya. This is the acting. Among the assembly of maunas, quiet people, keep everybody keeping quiet, quiet. Pandite panditasya. In the assembly of learned people, very learned. Murkhe murkha. In the assembly of idiots, you are the number one idiot. You see how many caps you can don? How many caps you have in your pocket? As many caps the roles demand. If you take one cap permanently, it's like having one picture on the TV pasted. What is the channel? One channel, one picture. And watch the TV. How can I watch a TV with one picture pasted on the TV? Can you watch it? What type of TV is that? Now people want to know, your mind shouldn't have anything. Only soham, koham. Nonsense. Are you getting that? Why? One picture posted. Then after that what happens? Silly, nonsensical statements. You understand? Your mind must be as changing as the universe. But in and through the changes, you find a pattern and you make use of it. Are you getting that point? The day is the same for us. But we are weaving patterns of our life. Morning getting up, doing what? According to your life. If you are a person who is working night shift, when it comes to morning, you go to sleep, you don't wake up. If you are working day shift, you get up. If you are a person who is going to teach jogging, that's your time for teaching jogging. You are going to teach maybe farming to somebody, something somewhere, whatever is your life. If you are a doctor, you get prepared for a doctor. Engineer, engineering job, medical, anything. You remember that. But in all through these different caps, don't forget the head that takes the cap. Who is the one taking all these roles? I. So always be conscious of the self that you are. When? All times. Because in any transaction you can make a mistake and the entire life can go to dogs. Are you getting that? Depending on what transaction it is. There are certain transactions which you make a mistake, is like it doesn't affect anything else. Like you slept off, but you went into a paddy field. Few paddy plants are dead. You then walk out, sorry, sir, I should not have. Lucky. Then you come back and again drive. But suppose you hit a stone, lucky, there was nobody else, only car got damaged, doesn't matter, lucky. Another truck comes and hit it, you are not there to say lucky. You're getting that point. By chance you hit also, you should be, if you are conscious, not such a big thing. One day a fellow was sitting down, holding his nose like this on the road, he was sitting down. Then suppose you sit down like that here also, like this, you sit down. What will happen? Everybody look at you. No. Why is it like this? So whoever comes, and especially in India, nobody will leave you alone. Everybody must know why you are here, when you are here, who was your father, why is your father. I mean, everything they must know. Other countries, it can be there, you can be dead on the road also, nobody will get talk. It's another extreme. Why is that? That's not my business. He's lying down there, let him be there, right? Anyway, so India, suppose you're sitting down there, they will ask a question, everybody started asking, what happened? What happened? And this fellow got so fed up, he said, do you see this post? There is electric post. Do you see this electric post? Yes, I did not see. So hit. Okay, it's a small thing, you can escape. Think of it. you escape. Hit against a car, what happens? Finished. Like in the same thing also. Relationship with whom? To your father, you can knock him out. Why? Father. Father will not destroy you because after you are the son, maybe he's emotionally too much. Maybe your husband, who knows? Wife, but horrible. She will take her pound of flesh. He will take his pound of flesh. Brother, half of this share. Friends, something similar. Journalist, destroy you. You didn't give him a bottle, he'll write every nonsense about you. Oh. Politician, you know, the fellow has power there. You did not treat him well. Are you getting that point? One wrong move sometimes can jeopardize, destroy your entire life. Certain moves will not. That is why you have to be alert. When? Always. There is a Bengali military officer who went to Japan those days when we were studying in college, and he was eating fish, got that bone on the throat and died. How does the bone go? You have to be very, very careful. When you are eating a bony thing, what should you do? Extremely careful. Non-vegetarian example, all right. Drinking ghee, how much you should take? How much you should take? 2 drops? No. Then you will have a nice portable table. What to do? So it all depends. Every time. Please think. Conscious all the time. When? He says, these are the situations. Please watch. Nidraya, lokavartaya, sabdaderapi, vismrutehe, kvachin avasaram dattva, kvachit avasaram na dattva. Never giving a chance to what? Vismruti, forgetfulness. Never giving a chance to forgetfulness. You should be alert all times. When? Nidraya. Don't fall in love with sleep. Watch out. Don't fall in love with sleep. Why? Nidra is against the samadhi. Understand? Samadhi pratirodhi. In samadhi, being with yourself, you are absolutely conscious. In deep sleep, you are totally unconscious. When you are samadhi avastha, being with yourself, you are totally conscious. In deep sleep, you are totally unconscious. Naham janami, nakinchi janami. Neither I know myself, nor I know anything else. That is why even your deep sleep can be as comforting and restful as the absolute. And between the two, which one is easier? Nidra, samadhi, sthiti. Everybody understands. What are you doing? Meditating. What meditation? Right? People think closing the eyes means meditation. You can see, I was watching, I should not name the program, but some fellow said, let's meditate. I'm not telling you lies. I'm not telling you joke. If I tell you the person's name, you will collapse. When it's not recording, I'll tell you, ask me. It's horrible. Because, very well-known person, what to do. Meditate. You can see the effort. Eyes are cringing, face is cringing. Then after 2 minutes, meditation is over. Oh, how nice. To be in meditation, you don't neither close your eyes nor open your eyes. You are in meditation. Eyes can be closed, eyes can be. Speaking doesn't destroy your meditation. Not speaking doesn't create it. Like space is existing. A house comes up, a house is demolished. You need a house for shelter. Space, you cannot take shelter. Consciousness is immortality, absolutely beautiful. But it cannot sustain the body. For body, you need body type food. For your hunger, can you eat immortality? Come on. It's like for shelter, you are staying in space. Do you understand the point? Space is shelter. You do not look for it. Space is sheltering everything. Your body as well as the rain. So you need shelter from the rain, not from the space. So that is why in space you exist, in space rain exists, but between you and the rain there is a particular relationship. Rain drenches you. Therefore have a umbrella over your head or a roof over your head. Are you getting that? In consciousness body is existing. In consciousness hunger is existing. In consciousness food is existing. And there is a relationship between body and the food. Organize that. Appreciate. But what happens? In deep sleep, there is nothing. So everybody falls in love with the deep sleep. Says, do not ever fall in love with sleep. Because what is deep sleep? Vismruti, forgetfulness. Total forgetfulness also gives you pleasure. Pleasure means gives you relief. Total forgetfulness gives you relief. That is why until you remind something to somebody, the fellow is very comfortable. The moment you remind him, oh, that is why people who tell you, okay, forgotten, they forget, but they conveniently remember when they want to hurt you. So the moment they remind you, you go crazy. Beautiful argument between husband and wife. Beautiful argument of friend and friend. Beautiful argument of partners and partners. Beautiful argument between anybody and anybody. What is that? What all you want to forget, that is the other person wants to remind you. How do you hurt people? Come on. How do you hurt people? What all the person wants to forget, that is the one you want to remind. What is blackmailing? What he wants nobody to know, the fellow says, I will make everybody know. Are you getting it? Blackmailing means what? What you don't want anybody to know, the fellow makes it a point to make know everybody. That is why the people who are in the business of journalism, they can be total blackmail, legal blackmail artist. Legal blackmail artist, because it is their profession to publicize, no? So whether they are publicizing to destroy somebody or to really do something for the sake of the society, who knows? Only they know. That is why dangerous profession. So whatever you want to forget, that's what you want to remind. Now, that is why if you have a practice of being relieved because you forget everything, can you be asleep all the time? You have to wake up, no? You have to face life. That is the time trouble comes. Therefore, don't sleep. Don't fall in love with sleep. Sleep is required. Why? Body needs that rest. So 6 hours, 7 hours, sleep. But anything to be done and go to Nidraya, number one. Next, Lokavartaya. Lokavartaya means don't fall in love with chatting, gossiping. Lokavarta. Sit down and talk. What? What are you doing? How are you doing? Shall we do this? Shall we go there? Why? Escaping is a beautiful thing. Escaping. Lokavarta. Lokavarta means, these type of transactions where you unnecessarily indulging in gossiping, mindless talks. And you fall in love with that so much that you forget your problem for some time. Why people go to a movie, 3 hours you forget your world. You are living in somebody's world. Why people discuss others? Think. Why people discuss others? So that himself is forgotten. And what is that self is forgotten? Limited self. His own problems. That is why when somebody is dead in your house, but that time suppose another country, some manager, big man dies, or something, some accident takes place, how do you feel? Relieved. Hey, if the Prime Minister can lose his son. I remember 28, almost 1978 or something like that. Almost 30 years back now. 79, when I was taking classes in Madras, one person came in, my class, the class, sitting down and telling Swamiji and crying. The old man came and said, my son today, passed away. His son. Just 2 days back, the son passed away. So, yes. What can I say? Anyway, he was a student, so it was easier to talk to him. Say that when driver comes running, I cannot forget that day, and says, Swamiji, if there was a plane crash, Sanjay Gandhi died. That Indira Gandhi's son. He died in a plane crash. And this man says, huh? Really? When? Now, forget that his son is dead. 2 days back, are you getting that point? 2 days back, his son is dead. You forgot. You forgot. At least for a few minutes, no, later on it will come back and hit him. So the same thing people do. When they discuss others, themselves are forgotten. That is why you go on talking what she is doing, what he is doing. No. Lokavarta, no. Don't discuss people. You discuss yourself. Nidraya, Lokavartaya, and the third thing is Sabdader api vismruti, and your habit of escaping into Sabda, experiencing sound, touch, taste, smell, sight. While listening to something, you forget. Seeing listening to music, seeing a movie, touching something, eating food becomes a pastime. You completely forget. Are you getting that? You completely forget everything. And that time, you forget yourself also. You have to return, Are you getting that, please? That is why, remember, we shall see more of it in the afternoon. Forgetting yourself is not solving the problem. All these, mostly these New Age religions and all these, many of those secular practices are for what? Practices to forget everything for some time. No thought. Listen to some music, touch somebody, hold each other's hand, hug somebody, like that. You forget yourself. Or chant this mantra, hold your nose and breathe for half an hour. Something somewhere do. What happens in the process? You forget yourself. If forgetting yourself is solving the problem, don't you think our problem would have been solved long time back? Why? Every day we are forgetting ourselves for 7-8 hours without paying anything to anybody, without being grateful to a guru, without going to a temple, without doing anything for anybody. 10 to 5, 7 hours you are snoring away. Waking up, your problems are solved. Then forgetting for half an hour, how are you going to solve your problem? Oh, when I went to that Swami, or went to the Guru, or went to the temple, or went to that session, that's singing, bhajan and this and that. Oh, it was so peaceful. More peaceful than your sleep? Inconvenient question, but can you question please? Very inconvenient question. Is it more peaceful than your sleep? 7 hours, understand? 7 long hours of sleep. Is there anything more peaceful than that? So what is this escaping? When I went to that ashram, it was so peaceful. The way they talk. When I sat down in his presence, it was so peaceful. I was blissed out. Oh, I see. 7 hours you are blissed out, blissful. Nothing has happened. Why? At that time, the individuality has taken leave for a few hours. In deep sleep, if your individuality taken leave for 7 hours, in the moments of escape, in the name of religion or mindless indulgence in secular practices, it takes leave for half an hour, 1 hour, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Sporadic, moment, escaping. That doesn't solve the problem. So don't escape into sound, taste, touch, smell and all this stuff. Be yourself. Consciously remember yourself. What he says? Kvachitna avasaram dattva vismrutehe na avasaram dattva. Never giving a chance to forgetfulness. Chintaya atmanam atmani chintaya. All the time. Consciously be yourself. And being yourself is not a job. Being yourself is not a job. Understand? You have made a job out of forgetting the individuality. That is why it is tiring. How long can you do it? As I told you, any type of forgetting is not a job. Forgetfulness happens. And forgetfulness is not solving the problem. As when forgetting, understand, forgetting is not a job. But remembering is a job. Watch out. Forgetting is not a job. This is a fantastic statement coming. Oh, lovely. Forgetting is not a job. Forgetting happens. You can't sit down to forget few things. Remembering is a job. Because you have to remember that thought to come back. You have to wait for the thought to come back. Being is not a job. Being yourself is not a job. Remembering yourself is a job. So are you trying to remember yourself or being yourself? You remember, are you getting that? You understand. What do you remember? Anything that can be, anything that is a memory has to be remembered. You cannot be a memory. I'll tell you that just quickly. See that. You cannot be a memory. What is a memory? Listen, what is perception? Flower is, I see. Is it a memory? Come on. The lotus, is it a memory? It's a perception direct, no? Acha, when I'm taking it away, now it is memory. Okay? Now, eyes are seen. So, eyes can be memory. One time it was bright, now it is dull. Thought can be a memory. The thought of the eye is a memory. Okay? Seeing yourself, you are seeing the thought. So, certain thought can be a memory because that thought I could remember, now I can't remember. That poetry I could remember, now I can't remember, right? Being conscious, is it a memory? Behind every thought, every perception, everything, it is existing. You cannot make it a memory. When I say the word lotus, I remind you. Lotus doesn't exist. Picture comes. When I say the word self, the word goes away. What is there? Always there. It doesn't need a thought to remind. So it's not a... We'll see more of it in that. Close your eyes. So all times, all places, all conditions. Being yourself. Like while driving. And alert all times.